Yes, YouTube. So it has been a very long time since I last posted a video. That wasn't out of choice. It was due to the fact that Samsung make terrible laptops, and I think I posted around 3 YouTube videos, and then it just decided that it didn't want to have storage anymore, even if you deleted stuff off it. So I had to sell a kidney to get a Mac, but it's one of the best investments I've made. So we're back on the YouTube hype as well now. And if you know me, you know that I prefer YouTube over any other social media, because you're not having to talk in sound bites. You can get your point across, you can get your personality across, and you can really educate people if that's what you're trying to do as well. I love long form content rather than short form, where you have to talk in sound bites. You have to create engagement through 10-second hooks, 5-second hooks. So I much prefer it. So it's going to be exciting to really get this YouTube going again and start pushing it going forward and taking you through the journey. But where are we at the moment? A lot has changed, and I think I'm going to do a little bit of a life update when I get back home. But right now, where are we up to in terms of the process, in terms of training, in terms of what phase are we in? Well, at the moment, we're dieting again. The last update you saw, I think it was the end of the show season, transitioning over into off season and looking forward to a long off season ahead. My plans changed a little bit. My main job is, I wouldn't even call it a job, I call it a passion, coaching. And I put on events for my clients, people I coach, and one of those events was a team photo shoot, which I decided to jump in, and we're currently sitting 3 weeks out. So it's a good time to start the YouTube again, because you can follow that process along. A lot changes in the last couple of weeks, so again, there's going to be a lot of content that's going to be able to be posted. But obviously that only gave me around a 10-week off season, so we're not going to be competing this year. We're going to jump straight back into off season post this photo shoot. But we're currently sitting 3 weeks out. We're pretty lean, and I'm really happy with how it's gone, and doing that alongside people that I coach has been a fantastic experience. Doing it alongside the missus has been a fantastic experience as well. They say if you can make it through a prep, together you can make it through anything, and it's actually been a breeze. One huge update as well is that I'm coaching myself. That's something that I haven't done for a very long time, but again, it's just made the approach that I've taken one that's specific to me. I've made my own choices, I've treated myself like a client, and it's been so enjoyable. It's something that I really wanted to challenge myself with. Whether I do it for a competitive season, I don't know yet, but it's challenging myself not only with making sure my programming, my nutrition, everything's in place, and treat myself like a client, but also the psychology of not making rash decisions, not changing things where they don't need to, or changing things where necessary. So it's been a really fun process, and like I say, I'll do a little bit more of a life update at the end. But right now, like I say, we're going to go through our session, or my session. We're currently running push 2 today, which is an enjoyable session, and we're going to go through some posing. We're on the back of a 2-day high day, so I had a big weight drop, and although a lot of physique changes, it was too large at this point in dieting, and the level of fatigue and the level of just training performance dropping, everything like that, led to a 2-day high day. So on the back of that, we utilised that for gathering some data for peak week, which was good. So we ran the high day, and then I ran a mock carb load before the same time the shoot would be, and I looked full. I could get a fantastic pump, and it was some great data to look at and look back at for peak week when that comes in 3 weeks' time. But today, like I said, we're on the back of that, so training should be really good, performance should be a lot better. I'm going to take you through the session, and as with YouTube, hopefully we get some gold nuggets from that, and I just absolutely waffle on and hopefully give you some good information on how I set that up. So without further ado, we're going to get started, and we'll take you through the session. Push day 2 at EPI in Jungle. Let's get started. So exercise number 1, we've got dumbbell lat raises. It's an exercise a lot of people have foregone or vilify. Big words today. But for me, I just enjoy it, connect well with it, so it stays in my program. It's something I can progress, and if anything, my delts are one of my best body parts. and it's something that's been in my programming for a long time, so I keep it in. Are there more stable exercises? Yeah, but also I don't care. I like it. It feels good. I'm gonna stay in. That's the way I look at my training. If the movement isn't effective, it goes out. If I like it, it stays in. With this exercise as well is make sure your connection's good. You see people throwing way too heavy dumbbells around on lat raises, on dumbbell lat raises. You know, trying to shift around 30 kilos. It's not gonna happen. You're probably not getting it anywhere near short. Probably just working prepared to here. So just make sure your mid delt's doing the work for the entirety of the exercise, and make sure you're getting it short as well. Don't just stop here. You're missing out half the exercise. Ugh. So I say only 12.5s, but the pump I get off it is ridiculous. I feel like my delts are going to explode after I've done it. Whoa, still feeling a little bit fucked. But you can see there that that's fairly quite quickly. But the important thing with lat raises is you want to think about not lifting the weight up. Have the intent to drag your knuckle across the floor and push your hand away from you. That way, you know, you're gonna start bringing your traps in, so you're gonna start shrugging. You're gonna start pulling the weight up. You're gonna actually use the mid delt to push your arm and the dumbbell away from you, making it a far more effective movement. So again, drag your knuckles across the floor, push your hand away from you. You'll get far more out of the dumbbell lat raise, and quite a lot of the mid delt based exercise as well that can kind of transfer onto them. Second exercise in, we've got the side bench shoulder press. I get on with this one quite well. Historically, overhead pressing is not that comfortable for me due to previous injuries. But this one, I had to run up a little bit, but we're at the stage in prep now where coming in for the sessions, the fight is to keep load and reps from previous weeks. Look, if the PB is there, or the load increase or the rep increase is there, we take it. But I come in with the mindset that I'm going to hold. But I always take it if it's there in terms of the progression. So we've got 2 sets on this today. 1 set of 8 to 12, 1 set of 12 to 15. And like I said, I get on with quite well. I like the neutral grip on this. I don't like anything that puts you in sort of this position. It just feels really uncomfortable on the shoulder. Rather have it slightly tucked in just to align that front delt and just make it a little bit nicer on the shoulder joint. So I'm going to get into it, see what we can get out. I know that's 7 last week. So we can get 8, fantastic. I mean 9, even better. Yep. I didn't think I was going to get it, but that was okay. We held. That's a victory. Like I say, get on with it quite well. Where
people set up wrong, where people set up wrong on this Cybex is they don't realise that the machine kind of goes in this direction. It goes on diagonal, which allows you to drive your arms across your body, which allows you to get your front delt shorter. They set up and they tuck their elbow in, and then they wonder why it feels awkward on the shoulder, because the weight or the line of force is going outwards or on a diagonal, and they're trying to bring their elbow straight down. So make sure you look at the machine's mechanics, as well as how you think you should set up. You've got to follow that line of force of the machine to ensure you're in line with it, and to ensure it's not going to feel awkward on the shoulder joint. That's my tip on the Cybex, and it again transfers over to a couple of the shoulder presses as well. But we'll take that. We've got another set. I'm going to show you, the one top set on most of these exercises to keep the old video a little bit short, so we're not running it for an hour and you're getting bored. Next up, got the hammer strength incline press. One of my favourite incline presses. Very lucky here at EP because we got some of the best pressing kit imaginable. Right, we've got flex stuff. I love the flex stuff. I've got the flex chest pressing today. Best chest press I've ever been on. It's down to mechanics and just how you can set up, and nothing feels as comfortable as that machine chest pressing for me. But I love the incline hammer strength press. We had the flex in here, but that's done for refurb, so we're using this instead. But it's definitely one that I like. It's definitely one I get on with well. But that being said, again, because of the point of prep we're on, this is where pressing movements have started to tank a little bit. Everything else stays pretty solid. Pulling, leg movements stay pretty solid throughout. But I noticed that pressing definitely takes a hit to the latter stages. So again, it's a fight with these to keep the numbers on them. So this dropped down to 5 reps last time, so we might get to a point where we have to reduce load just a little bit to keep that volume a little bit higher, keep the reps a little bit higher. We're going to give it one more go this week, and then it's all reassess from there. But like I say, let's get to it. One more than 5. One more than 5. Yeah, I'm gonna start bringing the load down on that. That's fucking aggravating. Really fucking aggravating. But we move, man. I think we can put in more high days in between now and shoot day. We'll have a look at reassess, but probably put it in around, well, to be fair, we had one yesterday, so utter bullshit I'm talking, so yeah, that's annoying. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll catch up in the drop-off set. Just a little bit of a tip on this machine as well. What I see a lot is people putting their hips way too far forward and turning it into a flat press. Don't put your hips forward on this. You want to stay upright. The mechanics of the machine align really, really well with that portion of the chest when you're in this position. But if you do this, you've now turned it into a flat press. You've changed the angle of your sternum, and the alignment, you're going to bias towards the mid portion to the low portion of your chest, not to the upper division or upper chest. Get my words out today so my brain's not working. So just don't take your hips too far forward. A little bit's fine if you struggle with shoulder mobility, but too much, too excessive, you turn it into a flat press and you wonder why. Then you have no upper chest because you're turning all your incline movements into flat presses. So stop doing it. So we're on to flex chest press. Honestly, man, they do not make kit like this anymore. They might make flex. I'm not sure if this can discontinued. Either way, it's still old school kit. Just heavy duty shit, man. But they just had the mechanics of the machine and the engineering just nailed down back in the day. They really did. I don't know where it all went to pot. But this is generally the best chest press I've been on. But they're fucking heavy. Flex kit is heavy. I'll give you the reason for that. If you want to talk boring nerd shit, it's just the lever length at the back. How far away the weight is from the axis of the machine makes all their kit, and it's all pretty much similar in terms of pressing kit anyway. It just makes it heavy as fuck, which is good because we used to have the Atlantis pressing near the incline. I know it's slightly different to this, but you can stack 8-9 plates on that like a big man, but you're barely lifting it. You come on this and you got, oh, I got on 70 kilo total. Has been heavier, but you know, prep. It really gives you an ego a little bit of a wobble, but it means you can progress it for long. You don't have to piss around with gym pins and stuff like that. So let's get to it, man. Let's stop talking. See what we can get out. We don't want any more dropping off today. We want a fucking solid session. Go on feeling happy and not depressed. We come here to smile. Okay. Oh, I felt weird today. Felt good, but it was very light, and then suddenly got very heavy. Might let it get a little bit more on that. It was about 11. Might keep it the same. Do 2 sets the same. Just keep that volume a little bit higher. But yeah, fairly happy with that. We're up from last week. So exercise 4, I think we're on. We've got a cable cuffed lat raise. Now, normally this would be single arm. I'm going to do dual just to save a little bit of time today. But if you're wondering why we've got 2 mid-delt exercises in that look roughly the same, it's because this is going to challenge this cable from where it's loaded in terms of wrist height or positioned wrist height. It's going to challenge the mid-delt in a different part of its range. So when you perform a dumbbell lat raise, it only really starts challenging you as you get to the mid-range and you get further away. Nothing really is going on here. You know, the muscle, the mid-delt, is not being challenged in that stretch position. That's why when you add in a cable that's pulling across you, it's going to be loaded right from the bottom, and it's actually going to start to drop off as you get to the mid to end range. So it's challenging it. It's challenging a different resistance profile, but it's challenging it in different ranges, and this gives you then an idea, but from a programming perspective, what kind of exercises you would pair or have distributed through your programming that are going to allow you to challenge your muscle for the entirety of the range. So I'll give you another example of this that isn't to do with mid-delts. Let's take a leg extension. Now you perform hack squat, you perform leg press, you perform these exercises that challenge the quad in the length and range when it's stretched, but you don't, if you don't have a leg extension in your programming, you won't challenge it in the end range, so you're not taking the muscle for a full range, you're not challenging the muscle for a full range. So that's why you'd have a squat and a leg press and also a leg extension. So hopefully this gives you an idea of how you're going to pair those. So like I say, dumbbell lat raise, going to get heavier here and heavier still as you get to the end range. Cable lat raise is going to be heavier in the length and range, start to drop off as you push away. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully I got that information across whilst dying. We've got 2 sets. A little bit annoying. I'd like to get a little bit more of a stretch on that, so I'm actually going to take the cable off and put it around here, or the clip off and put it around here, because it was stopping a little bit shorter than I would like. Wasn't able to really get a full stretch, so we were touching together, it was doing me head in. I'm going to change those. So a little bit of advice. you want to get a further range of motion, put the clip above the ball. Just make sure it's a smaller part of the clip, not the thicker part of the clip that you put on it, because it will ping off, which you definitely don't want. But try again, shall we? Ass ball. Four, five. We've got one set on the pet deck. This was originally 2, but about 2 weeks ago dropped down to 1 because I found it was just, second set was tanking. It became jump volume at that point because the second set was nothing set. I couldn't get anything out on it. My chest is absolutely fried after the pressing movements. So we're just going to keep this in for a little bit more volume through the chest. But 1 set is always required, and with that 1 set I'm just able to have at it and put all my focus into that 1 set and then move on to the next exercise. So it's been good to change it to 1. It was the right choice, and then we're into to triceps after this, so we'll see how this goes. I also break it up a little bit, it's a little bit of ice. I break it up a little bit between obviously the chest press. I go over to the lat raise and come back to the pet deck just to give it a little bit of a break and reduce some fatigue in the chest before getting into another chest movement, which I found has helped substantially. So let's get to it. Tricep extension, nice and simple. Just going for a rope or whatever the hell you want to call this. I don't know, whatever it is, feels good though. When you're setting up for a tricep extension, all you want a longer rope. That's going to align a lot better with the elbow joint. When you've got a really small rope, you can't really get the movement short. Elbow's going to be in an awkward position to get to extension. So always, if you've got them in the gym, choose a longer rope. Just make you feel more comfortable, align better with the joint. So I'm also going to change the length and range a little bit more. To do that, we're going to pull our elbows back. So if you're in this position you're putting down, pull the elbows back. You're just going to challenge that length and range a little bit more and take your tricep to a little bit further stretch. Obviously overhead's even better for that, but again, you want to challenge a little bit more, pull the elbows back, get more of a bend at the elbow, nice and simple. So next up, we've got tricep overheads. Again, this is going to take that tricep to a lengthened position. 1, because the arm is above the head, allowing you to stretch the tricep more. 2, because of the position of where the cable is and the load is distributed. So going for tricep overheads, what we need to imagine with this and have the intent to do is to actually imagine you trying to split the rope in half or pull it apart. That way you're going to get to full extension. And then we need to bring your forearm down to your bicep to get a full stretch. So 3. see there with this rope as well, or whatever you class it as, I can push the outside of my palm into the handle, which gives me something to purchase, something to push against, which makes it far more effective rather than just holding onto the rope. So it works quite well. So I do get on with this exercise. But we're going to finish this up now, box it off, and then do some posing. We'll see what we're looking like. See what we're looking like post high day. So post workout posing. Gonna go through a couple of rounds, see what we're looking like. Looks like we are holding a little bit of water from the carb up, but it was absolutely roasting yesterday. So I'm feeling a little bit dehydrated, which is weird, so that's probably what I'm holding, but again, and also trained legs yesterday as well, so it could be why we're holding a little bit of water in the legs, but we'll see. Good night's sleep as well, which should be weird, but either way, we'll do some rounds, get things moving. Boxers are looking weird today. Thinking of why I'm holding water. I'm gonna put some pants on before I explain. It's a bit weird studying in boxes, isn't it? What was it, a mock pre-shoot carb up as well. So we ran it like a peak, essentially, for the shoot. Had one day of a high carb day, or high day, and the second day dehydrated a little bit, and that's why then, yeah, dehydrated a little bit, came into the gym, got a little bit of a pump up and took post-workout shots, and that's why you'll see these. I was really happy with them, to be fair, and I'll post them underneath here, really happy with them. But yeah, I've had a little bit of a rebound in terms of dehydrating for that, because I had a cut off in terms of water. I only drank like a litre before I came in and did a pump up. We figured out why, so that's why we're looking a bit watery today, just a little bit of a rebound. So I'm going to get some more water in today and flush it out, and then go from there. But like I say, I'm going to get back home now, do some steps first actually, because cardio is actually out at the moment, which is nice. It's just 12,000 steps, which has been easy. Get some post-workout steps, and then eat my post-workout, and then a little bit of a life update, a little bit of an update on what's going to go on with the YouTube. And then just waffle on, and if anything comes out that's exciting, happy days. So yeah, man, I'm pretty happy with the look at the moment. Just need to pour some water, and 3 weeks to go until the shoot, so pretty happy. So I'll see you back at home in Casa El Collins. There you go, guys. So we are back at Casa El Collins. That's what we're calling it. No idea why. Just the new gaff. New gaff, you'll notice a change of scenery. Like I say, a lot has changed since the last video. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update on that and what we're doing, and
get my post-workout meal in as well. Just let me count these. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got to keep that sodium intake consistent, haven't we? And a little bit of mustard, if it's going to come out. Hey, there we go. So, again, if you're prepping, dieting, keep your sodium intake consistent. Keep your sauces consistent as well. Don't start putting in high sugar sauces near the end, increasing your calories, reducing the deficit you're in. Keep that very consistent throughout, and also no spicy ones as well, because digestion and all that. So what we go through first, we'll go through what we're having post-workout. It's 80 gram of uncut rice, 100 gram of banana, chicken, a bit of lettuce, bit of green beans, the usual. I love this post-workout meal as well, because we cut the chicken, right, you can see it, we cut that on the barbecue. Makes it taste so much nicer. It makes it taste like Nando's. So it's like having Nando's every day on a diet, which is fantastic. And this is the biggest piece of advice as well. When you're dieting or in off-season, bulking, whatever it is, make food that you enjoy. That doesn't mean eat what you want, but it means the food you have available, make it nice. Make that level of suck that you experience when dieting. You're still going to be hungry, but make that level of suck just a little bit less by making your food nice. Because there's nothing worse than eating just plain chicken and rice. There's nothing wrong with putting a little bit of flavour on it, as long as you're not adding calories. So, write that one down. So, today's session was pretty decent. Like I say, we're sitting 3 weeks out. The update was obviously I'm coaching myself as well, which it's been fun. It's something I wanted to challenge myself with. Obviously, being a coach myself, having a coach is important. It is truly important to push your progression going forward and have that level of accountability. But I just wanted to challenge myself to deal with the emotional side of it, to deal with, making decisions. And it's something I always wanted to challenge myself with. And in the future, I probably will get another coach, because I always want to learn from coaches as well. And the goal, the dream, probably never going to happen. I'd love to be coached by John Jewett. Whether I can afford him and whether he'd have me, which is very unlikely because he works with pros and high-level bodybuilders. I'm not a high-level bodybuilder. I'm a very average one at best. But that'd be the dream, because I'd love to learn from him and his processes. But it's something that may never happen. But you never know. You got a dream, haven't you? You got a dream. See where we are in a couple of years' time. But like I say, 3 weeks out. This is what we're doing here, and we're gonna go through a little bit of a life update now, because a lot has changed since the last video. A lot has changed. Moved home, moved back to my childhood, not childhood home, but area. From an absolute ghetto, and we've moved into a place that's got so many nice walks near it. The view's impeccable. It's a beautiful home, and it's the stress relief that came with moving to this house from where we were was huge. Honestly, I've never been so stress-free an environment. What's that meme? I don't want peace, I want problems always. I just want peace. I just want peace, and that's it. Keep it simple. But it's been fantastic. And life's really moved on since then. Coaching is going from strength to strength, and that's going to be a shameless plug that, if you are looking for a coach and you do want to work with me, it's something I've been doing for 10 years, and I take massive pride in the people that I work with, in my coaching, in my communication, in my accountability, in the structure, in terms of what I offer. Have a look at my Instagram, go to Matt Collins Coaching, have a look at what I do and who I work with, and have a look at the transformations that we've achieved with so many different people, and it's something that I genuinely love, and it's a passion. And jump on the link there that's in my bio, and let's have a chat. We'll see if you're a good fit for the team, if you're a good fit for coaching, and I'd love to work with you if that's what you want to do. But like I say, enough of the shameless plug there. But like I say, coaching going from strength to strength, and I'm getting married, guys. I'm getting married in January, which is massive. It's a massive life event. So things are really moving on. Moved home, getting married, coaching going from strength to strength. A lot has changed, guys. A lot has changed, and it's been a while since I've done these videos, and I really do enjoy these videos because it's like speaking a lot of information out as well. It's like a counselling session, and it's something that I really enjoy more than Instagram. We have to talk in sound bites and things like that as well. So I think I'm going to get this down, mate. I'm going to go for my walk and then get onto my second work block, getting back to my clients. Normally get back early, midday, and then evening to make sure I get back to everyone efficiently. So I want to get this down me and get that done and get back to everyone. But like I say, guys, But like I say, guys, I want to make these YouTube videos as useful to you as possible. So let me know in the comments what you want to see. Do you want to see more training? Do you want to see more nutrition? Do you want to see day in the life? Do you want to see just some behind the scenes and normal life? Do you want me to speak on anabolics? You know, what cycle am I running, etc., etc.? What is it you want from these videos? Drop a comment in below, just a one-word answer, and I'll make sure there's a good amount of information in these videos so you can get the most from them. But I enjoy really making them, so I'm still going to pump them out anyway. And we've got a lot coming up with the photo shoot, with the off season, and then competing going into next year as well. I'd love to take you through that process. So have a good one, guys. As always, like, share, subscribe, because it helps the channel. And yeah, I will speak to you next time.